Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, woman's body found dumped in septic tank. The Clarendon police were last night seeking to locate the boyfriend of a young woman after the gruesome discovery of her body in a septic tank at a house in Milk River in the parish earlier in the day. Derica Rogers was reported missing on May 27. Yesterday, several bystanders stood in shock as the body wrapped in a sheet was pulled from the tank. As the police were assisted by firefighters in retrieving the body, the operation was captured on several TikTok live recordings. Rogers, 21, is from the Gravel Hill community in the parish. The news understands that a search of the property was conducted after fresh cement was found in an area around a pit. As they carried out investigations at the property, the police were forced to keep angry relatives, co-workers, and the friends of the deceased at bay. Rogers, the father, was reportedly at the scene and positively identified her body. The deceased woman's cell phone and a bag were also found in the pit and are being treated as evidence. Rogers' family and friends had been searching for her since she had gone missing, placing several notices in public places. According to reports, Rogers left home last Tuesday, telling persons that she was going to visit her boyfriend. She was last seen alive at the Milk River taxi stand, at least one person told the police. All attempts to contact her since has been unsuccessful. Over the past few months, several women who had been reported missing have been found dead, in some cases with their bodies buried by their killers. Last month, human remains found on a beach in Portmore, St. Catherine were identified as those of missing University of Technology student 20-year-old Anissa Dilworth. The police said they were confident the human remains belonged to Dilworth due to other items found at the scene. Dilworth had been reported missing on May 7. Motorcyclist found dead in ditch in St. Mary after leaving party. The Montego Bay police in St. Mary are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a motorcyclist who was found in a ditch along the main road in Bottom Bay on Sunday morning. He has been identified as 24-year-old Ronaldo Blackwood of Highgate District in Above Rocks, St. Catherine. Police reported that Blackwood and other bikers had attended a party in Montego Bay and were returning to their destination around 4 a.m. when it was noticed that he was missing. The bikers searched for Blackwood but were unable to locate him. His family was notified of his absence upon the group's arrival at their destination. A subsequent search conducted by relatives led to the discovery of Blackwood, who was found unresponsive in a ditch beside his motorcycle along the main road in Bottom Bay. He was taken to the Montego Bay Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. 3 feared dead in St. Elizabeth crash. 3 people are feared dead following a 2-vehicle crash on the Rocky Hill Main Road near Santa Cruz in St. Elizabeth on Sunday. Police said the crash happened sometime before 6 p.m. and involved a Toyota motor car and a minibus. Several people have reportedly been taken to hospital. Further details are unclear at this time, but more information will be provided in subsequent updates. 25-year-old St. Catherine man charged for allegedly having sex with a teen girl. A 25-year-old St. Catherine man was on Saturday charged by detectives from the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse for allegedly having sex on multiple occasions with a then-teen girl. He is charged with 3 counts of having sexual intercourse with a person under the age of 16. It is being alleged that the man and the girl, who was 14 at the time, met on January 1, 2020 and exchanged cell phone numbers. He allegedly invited her to his home on separate occasions between January and April that year, and they had sex. The matter was reported to the police on January 20, 2025, and an investigation was launched. The man was arrested last week, Tuesday, on May 27, and was later charged on Saturday, May 31, after being questioned in the presence of an attorney. A date is to be set for him to appear in court. Man dies after crashing into tree in St. Thomas. A 64-year-old man on Friday died from injuries sustained after he reportedly lost the control of his car and crashed into a tree along the main road in retreat to St. Thomas. He has been identified as Brian Tomley of Yalis, St. Thomas and Maine in the United States. Reports are that about 10 p.m. he was driving a Nissan Tina motorcar along the roadway when he reportedly lost the control of the vehicle, which ran off the road and slammed into a tree. He was assisted to the Princess Margaret Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. The Montego Bay Traffic Department is investigating the incident. Refugees detained after landing in Montego Bay. 6 Cuban nationals, 4 men and 2 women, were last night placed in police custody in Montego Bay, St. James, after arriving in Jamaica illegally by boat on Sunday afternoon. The group came ashore at Harvey Beach in Rose Hall, St. James, aboard a small vessel. Senior Superintendent of Police Aaron Samuels, head of the St. James Police Division, confirmed the arrest and said the individuals are to be processed by the relevant authorities. Their arrival adds to a growing number of undocumented migrants turning to Jamaica as a transit point or refuge amid worsening crisis in parts of the Caribbean. The Cubans' perilous journey mirrors what has become the most significant wave of immigration from that island in recent history. Between 2021 and 2024, more than 850,000 Cubans, nearly 8% of the population, have reportedly fled the country, primarily due to an unrelenting economic crisis marked by shortages of food, fuel, and medicine, along with deepening political repression. A recent Associated Press report noted that conditions worsened significantly after Hurricane Rafael struck western Cuba in late 2024, causing widespread destruction to homes and the power grid. For many, the journey north or to nearby islands has become a last resort. While Sunday's incident involved Cubans, the majority of recent undocumented migrants arriving in Jamaica have been Haitians. Just last month, the news reported that 42 Haitian nationals, including children and a pregnant woman, landed in Portland. Their repatriation was swift, drawing condemnation from rights groups. Freedom Imaginaries and the Jamaicans for Justice accused the Jamaican government of violating international law by engaging in what they termed collective expulsions without properly assessing asylum claims. In a letter to the editor, published in the Gleaner, one writer argued that the repatriations defy the 1951 Refugee Convention, which prohibits returning individuals to danger, a principle known as non-refoulement. Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, responded by affirming that Jamaica complies with its refugee protocols and that repatriations are conducted in coordination with the Haitian government. "We treat all individuals with dignity," she said in an October 2024 article published in the Gleaner, insisting that the government's approach is both legal and humane. As regional migration intensifies, calls for greater cooperation and policy clarity are growing louder. In a May 25 Gleaner op-ed, educator and commentator Dennis Minot chastised the Jamaican government for barring the door to Haitians. "Our response should reflect the solidarity that has historically defined Caribbean relations," he wrote, while the country waits until today for an official position regarding the fate of the 6 Cubans detained in Montego Bay. Their case could reignite a debate around Jamaica's role in the unfolding regional migration crisis. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.